today we are going to do something with my new Bling pack. It's going to be a little bit of a Western theme. I got Totally Dazzled Royal Funky Junque Bling pack. Look at how cool that is. Anyway, there it is. What I have here is, I just have this old wood board. Okay, just plain simple wood board. I have an old board. I have a sign that one of my Sparkle chicks sent me. It says, "Forget the glass slipper, this queen wears cowboy boots." We're going to diamond dust this sign, and for this board I'm going to wrap it in a cowhide print. This is from Hobby Lobby. Alright, so I'm going to cover this in cowhide. Now all I'm going to do is probably wrap it, like pull it real tight, and I think I'm just going to glue the back side of it. So I'm just going to use hot glue, guys. I'm just going to lay a dollop of hot glue right there, and then I'm going to pull this over and just pull it real tight. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here. I'm just going to do one side first and just kind of pull it. So here's what we got. See, we're just wrapping that, and then I'm going to go to this end. I don't know what to do about these corners yet. I'm probably just going to fold them in. So I think what I'm going to do is start in the middle. I don't know how to do this corner, y'all, so I'm gonna just tweak it. I'm just gonna try to make it work, and then maybe just pull it over like that. So you see how I did that? And now it looks sloppy on the back, but I'm gonna cover that with felt, and it'll be, you'll never be able to tell. So here we have the board. Look at how cute that looks from the front. All right. Then I have this little sign. I was going to put this in the middle, but I want to diamond dust that. So let's diamond dust this right now. I have my diamond dust right here, and I have Mod Podge. I think this sign is going to be perfect diamond dusted. And I get my Mod Podge all ready to go. And then I'm just going to cover the top of it like so with one clear coat of Mod Podge. And you want to make sure that when you're applying your diamond dust that you are doing it while your Mod Podge, apply that Mod Podge, apply your diamond dust while your Mod Podge is still wet and tacky. You don't want to leave your, it's got to be sticky for that diamond dust to go on it. I lay on a heavy coat of diamond dust. Whatever doesn't stick will shake off. It's going to look a little cloudy. Ooh, but now look at how sparkly that is. So I want to put that off to the side to dry, and I'm going to bring our board back. So I have this really awesome thick Would You Bend. So what I want to do is I want to frame out that bottom down here. So Would You Bend, you know how it works. It's like, it's wood that you can bend. You just got to heat it up. So you want to get it. Now the only thing that I want to do right now while I have it all flat is I want to take my knife and I just want to make this like a real straight edge right here, and then I can come in with my scissors. You can cut this or just squirt it a little bit. I want to give that a real nice straight edge, and then what I want to do is I want to put this on the top and the bottom. I want to frame out our board. So I want to know how much to use, just like that. So I know it's going to be here. I just scored a little bit, and I think here. Okay, and then I just take my scissors. Where did I score it at? Right there. I'm going to go all the way across. I'll just hope I'm straight. There it is, I see it. Hope to God I made a straight cut, and then here we have it. So I'm just going to use this down here, and then I'm going to need another one because I want to do the top. So see how it's going to look? Now I don't know what color to paint that. So I think what I'm going to do is take these, take our board and set it off to the side. Or I could even try to stain this with some stain. So I'm gonna go with the French roast. All right, so I'm just gonna take this Would You Bend, and I'm just going to do the front, and I'm just going to brush on all this stain. And this is what's great about Would You Bend, because it is stain. So you can use it like a wood stain. That you can see it's wet, it's all going to get absorbed. Doesn't that look like a belt? Okay, so I'm going to put this one off to the side. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to bring my board back, shake all that stuff off of it. So now I'm going to bring this back over here. We're going to heat this up really well because we want that to be nice and pliable. So I'm going to get a bunch of wood glue. I use Gorilla Glue wood glue. I guess I'll just use my finger. Just something, you want to cover up the entire back of that Would You Bend piece and just squish all that glue around so it sticks to everything. Now, being that we're putting this on fabric, I don't really want a whole lot of like seepage, so I'm trying to go fairly light here. And I could touch up, you know, the paint if I have to. But I just don't really want to be careful because we are putting it on fabric. Okay, so now I'm just going to take that piece and I'm going to lay it directly down over here at the bottom. Line it up, and then you're going to give it some heat, and that heat is going to help really secure your glue. Ooh, look at how pretty. See, I like the color. I like the dark color. I'm glad we did that. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. But look at how pretty this sign is coming along. Now, I know it's kind of heavy like that and it's darker, but don't forget, we are going to put this right in the middle. And then what I want to do is take this and I want to trim out the frame. I want to really showcase this, right? So what I want to do now is I'm going to get some glue on here. I am going to use a little bit of E6000 and then a little bit of hot glue. And so I'm just going to use like some E6000 here. That's for, you know, the lifetime hold. That ain't going anywhere when that dries. And then I am going to use for permanent or for temporary right now, just a little bit of hot glue so that sign doesn't come off and it will stick. But you don't want to overlap your glues. Okay, so now I want to pick this up and I'm going to stand above it because I want to make sure it's centered on our piece right here. And I'm just going to press that down like so. Oh my gosh, look how cute. See, I think that's really cute, but it's still kind of dark. It's going to get even better now. So now what I want to do, that ain't going nowhere, y'all. I'm going to take this smaller Would You Bend right here. I'm going to heat that up. Now, the only thing that I do know for sure is I want to do is I need to make this completely straight. See, this has like a tapered edge to it. I want to make sure that that is really straight. Let's do the sides first. So you have to unroll it because you have to know how much you need. You have to heat it up first to get it where you want. And then you're just gonna line it up. And actually, I'm just gonna cut it because it's gonna be easier to get that out of the way. So I am going to make sure that that's totally lined up here because you want it straight. And then press that down, and then you kind of know then where you got to cut it at. So I know I have to cut it right there. And then I'm just going to use my scissors and cut it. And here's another great thing, like if you have this piece and it's got like a little rough, you can sand it. It's wood, y'all. It's wood. So just make sure that that's lined up. It's perfect. Now we are going to do the same finish over here. So again, I'm gonna grab my widgie bend, making a little custom sign here. Now we can stain all these little pieces, okay? And then we're gonna bring our board back. Look at how great this looks though. Oh, isn't it so pretty? It's gonna look even better because you know. So now this has to get nice and bendy. Do one at a time. Same thing with the glue. Okay. Okay, so we got that third one on. This is so cool, isn't it? I'm loving this. Look at how stinking pretty this is. I can't stand it. Sometimes I just amaze myself, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so now we need to rub and buff this. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of rub and buff, and here we go. And I'm just going right over that stain, just on the highlights. Do you see that? It's like magic. So see? Instead of using a brush, I prefer my finger just because then I can feel where it's going. Do you see that? Pretty. And I'm glad we went with the dark because rub and buff doesn't show up that great on like white surface. I mean, it does, but it's more muted. And I wanted it to really go with, the color of the horseshoe from the Totally Dazzled Royal Funky Junque Bling pack. Ooh, see what I'm saying, y'all? It just makes it come to life. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I know it's upside down. So now we're gonna do around here. Now, for this, on the top, I think I'm okay. Maybe I'll just do the top. I don't think I need to really focus on the sides over here because I don't really want to get any on my paper on that print. But do you see how that's standing out? We're framing it out. Isn't that so pretty? Look at how cool that is. All right, so now comes the bling. All right, let's get these on here. I kind of go with the flowers. I definitely know that I want to cover up these mismatched corners. Okay, put that one there. I like this one. I wish I found, and I wish I had one more. I am gonna dig for one more. Hold on, let me look in there again. I'm just gonna use this one, y'all. I mean, let's not be too dramatic here. I'm kind of digging it with one at the bottom and one at the top, so I say yes. So I think what I'm going to do is just do some hot glue, because this is wood. Hot glue should work just fine. And I'm pretty sure this is probably going to go in my laundry room, because I like it so much. And then we're gonna bring out our ultimate rhinestone pack. And we are going to bling these babies up, and then we'll be done. So here's what we got so far. Oh, see, I think that looks awesome. I love it. I love it. Now it just needs a little bit of more sparkle, and all I'm gonna do is, I'm thinking this light one kind of matches the Rub and Buff. Now these are a little bit larger, so I'm just gonna take my B6000 and do it. Actually, I think I might actually have to pick it up, drop a bead of glue in the back, and then place it right on that hole. I'm going right over the horseshoe hole. But seriously, y'all, look at how pretty. So see how the horseshoe, I added the bling in those little holes with the, I love this. So I did 2 flowers here, a couple there. That's about it for me, just framed out that frame. This will be sparkly up here. I don't think it needs anything else. I think it came out really stinking good for being a board and a picture.
Totally Dazzled sells sparkling rhinestone wedding supplies. Check us out at totallydazzled.com. But before you do, click up here and download our free printable sparkle quotes. Or click down here and watch one of our other awesome tutorials.